What's going on, guys? This is Makai. Shout out, we got to 4,000 subscribers, so I appreciate anybody that's been subscribing to the channel and interacting with the community. Just want to shout out some of the most prominent people that's been around. Kenny, we got people like Honcho, we got people like Ren, and we got several other people. Shout out to Fargo. Anybody who comes out, who supports, or we cool and you support or have been supporting the channel, shout out to you. I want to sit down and kind of talk. Let's be real with each other, right? Do I think this Spark and Zero shit gonna blow up the channel? No. I want it to. This Spark and Zero stuff is going to be one of the most competitive games from a content creator standpoint in such a long time. If you haven't started making content now, you're gonna be at a disadvantage. Afro said this back when Jump Force was coming out. The real content for this game doesn't start until the game releases. Anybody making discussion videos or, hey, this character got confirmed, yeah, that's informational, but the true content doesn't start until the game drops and people are able to make videos on the game. Is why people were jealous about the people who got to play the game early and make content, because that's the actual content people are going to interact with. Most of us wants gameplay, but when the game comes out, now you got to find a better way to make content that's not just simply, hey guys, I played this game. What will I do? These are the questions that I'm asking myself, because if I really want to flourish, then I have to have an understanding of what I excel at and what I may not excel at. Use that to my advantage. When it comes to technical understanding and information breakdown, I think I excel at that. I might have to take more the route of the technical side of the game, more of the breakdown of the characters, the information. I might have to take that route. And do I think that's a bad thing? No. I think there are people who are around who are big. They came from that aspect of technical and analysis. I mean, we could look at people like Dotto, or we could look at people like Globku, who their background has been more of like the review analysis side of things. I could honestly say that I'm not more of like, say, the Afro Senju, where it's like been more of the entertainment, really good at editing, just not me. I'm more of a mellow guy. I'm not entertaining. Yeah, I could sometimes say some wild things like, bro, did he just say that? When I play games, I don't even like talking. I just be sitting here looking at the screen. If I'm focused on the game, I ain't talking. If it's a game that doesn't require that much thought, I'll talk. I'm not a talker, so if I'm playing this game, you're like, yo, Makai fighting against this guy, you're going to hear nothing. I know I'm not somebody that any of you guys are going to want to watch me go online because I'm going to say something funny. If anything, most people might want to watch because, oh man, Makai's cool, but there's not a lot of us here. There's probably maybe like 10 people that want to see Makai go crazy. But outside of that, it's really worrying me. This could just be the fact we got less than 96 hours before the game drops. And I could just be nervous and a little anxious, but I don't think I'm going to be able to contribute anything of value when it comes to this game. I'll be honest with you guys. I think I'm going to quite literally crash and burn. I think there's going to be other creators that excel. People like President Rose, man, that man gonna stream. He probably gonna have 2,000 people in his stream. If he capitalized on this game right, gonna be like first channel to reach 100K. I've been seeing some other channels that's been popping up, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm like, what am I gonna do? Right now, I feel like I got this. Is it gonna work? That's where I'm at. I wrote down the ideas, but will it work? I'm not worried about is someone else gonna copy the idea. If I gotta stay up early nooks in the morning just to outperform other people, oh, I'm gonna do it. But is it gonna work? Even in those Twitter spaces and stuff that we saw the other days, it's like you can do all this stuff, but will it work? Am I gonna be on the right track? Just looking at the numbers and stuff for Spark and Zero, I think I'm on the right track. I'm just nervous because I really want to excel. Should I be nervous? Was LeBron nervous in his last game? I imagine he was. I don't think anyone is so cocky or confident that they don't have nerves. I think confidence is having the nervousness inside and still going past that and doing something even if you feel some way. So all I'm saying is from like a realistic standpoint, like, look, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm nervous as fuck. I don't think this is gonna work, but I'm gonna go into it and try. If it ends up working, fire. If it doesn't end up working, well, shit, at least Bleach Rebirth of Souls is coming out. I'll be real with you. When it comes to this whole content creation thing, it is a journey. You are going to be on a long ass journey. Some people get to a certain point in the race creators, they're like over here, you're right here, right? Let's say this is Afro, this is you, me. We trying to get right here, but that man Afro is still running. Some of these creators, they get here and then they start running slower, and then eventually you start to catch up to them, and then you guys are like right here and they're like slightly in front of you. And in some cases, boom, sometimes big creators, they ain't ready, they don't got the thing fully unlocked, or they fizzle out. It's kind of like waves. If you ever played Call of Duty Zombies, we talking like maybe round 1 you excelling like crazy, then like round 5 like you almost died. I don't know how you almost died in round 5, but then y'all somehow make it to round 30 and you going crazy, right? No zombie touching you, you got ultra instinct, you doing all the shit that you need to do. I feel like content creation is like that. Early on, you might get to an early level and you might almost fumble the bag. But then you keep moving and then you get to a later level and it's just like you're untouchable. I think that's what content creation ultimately comes down to. You have to know how to proceed in each round or waves of build up for a game or whatever you do and build off of it. Like even YouTube is like, there are certain seasons where you can really excel at something, and there's just gonna be seasons where like things are just mellow, but you gotta tread through it. If you're here for the Makai sand brand, the fresh sand, and I appreciate you guys. If we get to 100K, bro, I got an idea that I want to implement. But aside from that though, just some quick little things just to give you guys some tea. I get this question and it's starting to come up a little bit. Why did I choose a girl icon for the channel? Am I baiting dudes on purpose? I did not choose a girl character to bait people. Character that is in the picture is an original character. It's a character design I had came up with years ago. We're talking like 2020. I came up with the character design because I originally wanted to make our own anime story, a manga. You know, every anime nerd wants to write a manga or draw. So I had made a character that is a prominent character in the story. And then when I had started this channel, I had used it as a placeholder image. It was only supposed to be temporary, and I was gonna get a commission for the character I really wanted. Well, I got subscribers relatively fast once I started using the channel, so I just said there might be confusion if I change it from this to this, so I kept it. And at this point, there is no point of changing the icon from a chick to something else, so it's going to stay. I'm like Blackbeard. I've been making content before Afro Senju existed. I was making content around the time Rhyme Style wasn't doing Dragon Ball yet. I just was fumbling the bag to the extreme. I was around when people like Omega Pro and Storm Pal were like the main figures in the Dragon Ball space. Point is, I was trying to make content back then in 2011. It is 2024, 13 years later. If there's any person that knows the idea of failing and doing all type shits wrong, it's me. It's been nothing but failure throughout the years, seeing these people flourish, blow up, and look, it's the same as I seen it before. The tools are different, but the mindset and the way people are going about it is still the same. I just question if I'm gonna finally get my opportunity. Anyways, that's it. Stay tuned for more. The Makai talk is over.